What's up with Whatty? Look who I got right here. It's a baby right here. A little baby kitty. Baby kitty in the house. We have a baby kitty in the house. We got two of them in the house. And it's going to be one wild ride of a podcast. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can see this precious little baby. This one is a boy. We thought it was a girl. I love this one the most. It's the most like flamboyant, fun, and not mean when you hold it. Doesn't scratch you or anything. Super sweet. But the sister, I think, likes me more, but does not like to be held. The sister's fully black. Let me put that one down. It's going to be wild. Who knows if they hit the camera? Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, we just don't know what's going to happen on this podcast today. Yeah, so we have two cats running around, and it is a fun house full of animals. We got Molly, we got Boy, we got the two kitties. Bless me. Oh my gosh, I just sneezed my guts out. Hold on, let me get a paper towel. Oh, do you hear that? Okay, do you guys hear the... Sorry, I had to blow my nose and sneeze again. And no, I'm not allergic to cats. I just am in a moment of like a sneeze attack right now. I don't know what's going on. Oh my God. I told you this is going to be a crazy podcast. Okay, I am actually solo right now. I am not with Goldie, which you guys can see, of course. Goldie's not here, it's just me. We have a full-on cat fight going on underneath me. Don't mind them. It's brother and sister. I wanted to talk about that, though. I wanted to talk about the cats, the dogs, all the things. But Goldie's not here. I'm all by myself. I'm in a new location. Not really, but like new setup a little bit. Goldie could not be here. She has like this wonderful life, and she's all over the place and everywhere, all over the world. And she's just not with us. No, she's not all over the world. She's just living life, doing life, and not here. So she probably will be on next week's podcast or the week after. Golly. Do you guys hear this? They are going at it. They are going at it. Okay, you guys, calm down. Calm down. This is a straw. What straw is this? This is a Capri Sun straw, you guys. Because I don't have a Coke today because none of my Cokes are cold. So I'm drinking a child's Capri Sun. Which they aren't actually that bad. We got them the other day, we were like, we haven't had these since we were like kids, and they're pretty good. Capri Sun for ya. While we listen to a huge kitty fight, they're literally hitting me in the legs. I don't know why I'm having allergies all of a sudden. And let me tell you another thing. Setting up this podcast today, I don't know why it was so difficult. Probably because I set up a little differently. Like even my camera's a little wonky right now. Yeah, it just took me extra long to set this podcast up, which is super weird. I don't know why. I do not know what you guys think about this because we have such a big cat fight going on. They're usually not this bad off, but it's like, oh, filming, let's have a huge fight. And they're shaking my table, they're shaking everything. Sun break. Alright, this podcast is already everywhere. I don't even know what's going on. This past weekend was super fun. I will say, okay, so Friday night, me and Braxton, we had to run errands, we had to do stuff. We went by Braxton's dad's work, where he's working now, and there's like a lake, or not even a lake, it's like a big hole that's filled with water that over time, I guess, turned into its own pond or whatever. They were out there when we showed up. They're like, go in the refrigerator and get those sandwiches. And I'm like, sandwiches? Like, what? Like, I didn't even comprehend or pick up in my mind what they were trying to ask me to do. It was just like, okay. I didn't even register the sandwich part. So when I went to the fridge, I was like, what? am I getting? And then I went back out and they were like, the sandwiches. And I was like, oh, okay. We got the sandwiches and we get out there and I'm like, why do they need sandwiches down there? I was like, are we going to have a picnic out by this like mud pit? Like, what's going on? There's a little alligator. I mean, maybe not even this little. I think he's probably, his dad said it was about 5 feet. I think it was about 5 feet. It's not huge, but not little. Not little baby. Like, it's growing. So who knows how long it's been in there. I would say that size of alligators, because I've gone to Alligator Alley and I've seen like the 2 or 3 year olds, and that's probably how old he is. I would think like 2 to 3 years old. Because we got the sandwiches to feed the alligator. And they think it's the only alligator that's in there. They think the mama, whoever had it, left. Because there's like a creek or river or something near there. But nobody can say for sure what or how that alligator got in there. It could have been born in the creek and went on its own over there. Like, we don't know how it got there, but they're feeding it. And so that's pretty freaky, and it was pretty cool, but I didn't want to get too close to the shore because I didn't know what it could possibly do. I have a video of it. I'm gonna put it up on here. You'll see it right now. There's an alligator out there. Look at it. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
He's coming for the sandwiches. Yeah, somebody help me throw something out there. There, throw something out of the water.
Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Come on. He's a baby.
Yeah, he's about 5 foot long. Come on, get something to eat. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
We hooked him in the mouth trying to catch him, and he broke the line, so he's got a hook in his mouth.
Oh.
I don't know how far down his mouth it is or what. But he ate that sandwich okay just then.
Look at him.
He's getting angry.
He just came out of the water a while ago and got that one sandwich.
He was literally in the very middle of the lake, and then we started throwing
There he
sandwiches,
goes.
and
Here he goes. Here he comes. Oh my gosh.
Okay, get you something to eat. He loves it. That's why he
You're
comes over here.
feeding an alligator.
Get you something to eat. Come on.
Come on. Is there only one of them out there?
Well, we don't know.
That's his pond.
We think he's got a mama, but we're just not sure.
There's gotta be. He just showed up out of nowhere?
Do you think if I went down there, he'd try and run after me?
There you go. Oh, that wasn't food, though, was it?
It was a baby tomato.
It's like, y'all.
If I tried to go down there and throw a sandwich to him, he'd run after me. I was about to say, do you think he'd run after me?
Yeah, he would. He just come up and got one sandwich while you were gone. He'll get that food, believe me. Kind of waiting for it to float it out by him.
Oh, now he's pulling back.
Scaring him away.
Oh. Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing?
He took his son while ago, come all the way up.
I ran away to go pick you two up. Braxton!
He'll get you back, I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh! Braxton, oh my gosh!
That's his attack mode right there, Brax. You better back the fuck up.
His attack mode!
Brax, that's his attack mode right there.
We all know to run zigzag from an alligator.
What does he do?
He was gonna come up and grab his fucking leg.
Oh, there he is.
Where?
He's gonna grab his leg.
They fast as hell, I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. I am not getting nowhere close. That is...
Oh, poor thing. Hey, look at him coming now, y'all. Here he comes.
He's hungry.
He's gonna get that sandwich at least. Watch him. Watch him bite that sandwich. There you go. Look, look,
Yep,
look, look.
he's eating it. He's a little baby.
He's about 5 foot long. He's strong as hell though, because we hooked him and couldn't get his ass in.
Oh my gosh, if I like lived here, I would feed the alligator all day.
I know, unironically.
I'd be like, oh, my little alligator's out here. Yeah, it was pretty fun or pretty just ironic to feed an alligator. All right, now boy's investigating. He's trying to figure out where the kitties are. They've calmed down. They're probably napping now, boy. I can never get these animals all on camera, but I am going to put up some cute videos of the kitties, boy. My dog is watching the TV through the mirror. He's watching doggies and kitties and puppies. Let's see.
With the Google Pixel 7 Pro,
oh, come on,
macro focus makes tiny details epic, and super red zoom gets you close-up quality from far away.
He's watching it through the mirror. My dog is watching TV through the mirror. I've been trying to take just a lot of videos of our animals lately, and because my mom's like, people really enjoy animal, footage, and so I was like, well, I guess I'll start posting more, reels and shorts of our animals, because they do the funniest, sweetest, cutest things. We have been feeding the stray cats around here, and there's one that's injured, and I've been trying to take care of her, and I even got her antibiotics. I talked about it on the last podcast. I got her the antibiotics. She's doing a lot better. She's still really hurt, but at least she's not infected. She's finished off her antibiotics completely. And so one day I walked outside with Boy to take him out, and there was like this little kitty that was like growling underneath, or, whatever they do, I guess growl, underneath, or hissing. I think she was hissing at Boy. It was underneath my car, and at first I thought, oh, is that black cat that we feed? Because it was the black one. And then I was like, no, that cat was way too small. I put Boy up, and I went back out, and the little kitty walked right up to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, you're so cute. The little sister came along the next day, and like, they never have left, and they haven't really grown so big since I got them. It's been like 3 weeks. I was like, man, they're taking their time growing, and I'm kind of loving it because I love little kitties. Now we just have kitties, I guess. We're just kitty people. I don't know. We have cats we feed. We have kitties. They don't stay inside all day or nothing like that. Like, they came up and we just started feeding them, and they'll come in periodically through the day. Not the whole time, of course. I'm not going to have cats in my house like that, or even overnight. But, like, it's been super hot, and like extremely hot weather, over 100 degrees in the, like, real feel. And so I just have been letting them in, and they love it because they get to have a nap or they get to play in the cool AC. And Boy is just enjoying it so much. Boy really wants something to play with at all times. Boy wants to, play with any animal. Like, it could be a chicken. It could be a dog. It could be a cat. Like, he just loves it. He chases the rabbit, but he's probably trying to have friends. He wants to play. And so I put on dog TV on YouTube. I put dog TV on probably, I would say, 5 to 8 times a week. And he loves it. He watches, like, and sometimes on like, they'll have doggy daycare and stuff like that. And so I show Boy, and he just loves it. He tries to, like, get up on the TV like, oh my gosh, these little puppies, I want to play with them. And it was melting my heart. Just melting my little heart. And I'm thinking, oh, Boy needs to have more, like, dogs to play with, because Molly, she's older. She doesn't really play. She's a small dog. She lays around. She's really lazy. The kitties, they don't want to play with him. And they want to just paw him or attack him or whatever. And he just thinks they're having fun, though. But I just thought, oh my gosh, why don't we decide to take him to doggy daycare, like 1 day a week or something? So I'm going to look into that, and I'm going to let you guys know, and I'm going to, if I do take him, I'm going to get videos and all the fun things. I'll do a little vlog of me taking him. But at doggy daycare, you can take them. There's all different things. Like, I'm certain there's people that don't want their dog with other dogs, but a lot of them actually have playtime together. And so really it's good for them to mingle and communicate together and play together. It's really good for dogs to have that. I learned, because I've been watching so much dog stuff, just because he watches TV. And I'm like, this dog is not like a little dog. It's not like just like a dog you walk. Like, this dog is like a human. Like, he wants to play. He wants to play with other dogs. He understands what's going on the television. So, yeah, I wanted to see if I can get him some little doggy friends. Maybe he'll love it. Maybe, I'm sure he'll love it. It'll be so fun for him to go to doggy daycare, you guys. It would be so fun. It's gotten quiet in here. The kitties are not here anymore. No, they're in here, but they're hiding. Oh, one's right here, baby. Oh my gosh, let me see you. Oh my goodness, oh my gosh. Let me see you. Look at this baby. This little baby from Jesus. That's what we call them. Babies from Jesus. Oh boy, look. I got a baby from Jesus in my arms. I always am saying, babies from Jesus. Let me move the mic a little bit so you guys can see the baby from Jesus. Look at her. Oh, this is not her. This is a him. This is a boy. We just found out. So precious. So sweet. I am not a big time cat holder, but I'm doing it because I want you guys to see the kitties, and they're cute. And I have held them, but I'm not a big time like cat. I'm not a big time holder of any animal. Like, I don't like to hold animals. I like to pet animals. And I do like to feed animals. And I love to watch animals. But I'm not a big time holder. Or cuddler. I'm not a big time cuddler. Big time pet cuddler. Oh, Boy's right here, you guys. I wish you can see him. Let me see if I can get him. Boy. Oh, there's the baby boy. There was Boy. He was on. Now I messed my camera all up. Okay, so back to it. Yeah, so the podcast for some reason today was super hard to set up. I don't know why. Now I'm gonna fix my camera again, but it seemed unusually frustrating, and I didn't like it at all. Now I've got half my head cut off. What the heck? Now I've got to bend down like a little old woman like this. You guys, can you see me? Can you see me on the screen? This little Capri Sun's hitting the spot. I really did cut my head off way hard. Let me try to pull this up a little. Ah! Stay up. Okay. Anyways, technical difficulties here with What's Up with Whatty podcast as per usual. Okay, so I told you about the alligator. Other than that, the next day we went to the battleship. It's called the USS Alabama Battleship in Mobile, Alabama. It's probably an hour from here. And we went, and I had never been, and I've seen the battleship my whole life. I've passed by it all the time. We drove through Mobile, Alabama many of times. Like, I mean, I've seen it my whole life. I don't know why we never went. It's only $18 a person and $5 for parking. But we went. I have a whole entire full tour video that I think I'll link that video in the description below. If I can. If I can't, then it is the last video I posted on YouTube. But it's super good. It's super funny. It's me and Braxton, like it was just me and him. We went through the whole entire ship. It was crazy. The amount of history you can learn. It takes you a long time to go through there. If you guys ever go, anybody that you know go on any battleship, it's going to take some time. And the thing is you really do not want to go in the middle of the summer. So we decided to show up the hottest possible day of the year. I mean, it was literally the forecast was 100 degrees. So the real feel was like 120. It is air conditioned to a point. There is certain sections of it that are really cool. There's other sections that have big, huge fans. You just can't cool every single pocket of that ship. They're huge, and I'm telling you, another thing is, when you go, make sure you plan to have a lot of time to be there. I mean, you really need 5+ hours. No kidding. But I do not recommend going when it's 100 degrees either, because I was dripping. I was sweating. I was pouring sweat. Even somebody that commented on I made a little reel, or no, I think it was just the reel that they commented on, but I made a clip it of like just a few of the things we did. Oh my goodness, fancy meeting you here. Oh, fancy meeting you here. Here's where we go up. This is where they would sleep. Yeah, there's a pinup girl back there. And another pinup girl. Oh, this is the brig. Another pinup girl. So now we're on the hunt for all the pinup girls. That's where they pooped. Pinup girl. Pinup girls. Racks on racks on racks. Got another pinup girl. A chapel. There's a pipe. And a pinup girl right on the table. Scary. Another pinup girl. Did have a comment, and the guy was like, I know I went on a battle. I guess they went on a battleship somewhere else, and they, were dripping sweat, covered in sweat by the time they were all said and done. But that was the same for us. I was overly exhausted by the end of it. We passed out that night. We were so exhausted. It's a huge journey. So in the winter, I would think it would be better. Also, it's really not a wheelchair accessible type of situation. Yes, there's wheelchairs. Yes, you can go on it with a wheelchair. But you aren't going to be going like through it. You aren't going to be seeing, you're going to just probably only stay on the deck level. So it's not really worth it if you can't walk the steps. But the steps also are super steep down into it and up out of it. And it's just crazy. I don't even know if we got to see the whole entire thing. But it is so interesting. It is so cool to see those little rooms and see all the things. They had like a hospital on there. They had a barber shop. They had little stores. They had a fountain, like a old-timey fountain. I was going through looking for all of the pinup girls. There was pinup girls in all the rooms, and there was a laundry room, a huge cafeteria that they would feed. There was 2,500 men on board, and they would feed them all 3 times a day. But then there was another meal at midnight for a certain amount of men that were on like night shift. So they had to do 4 meals a day for pretty much 2,500 people. I mean, 2,500 people needed to eat, and if not snack, 4 times a day. So they had to have snacks. They had a room, what do they call them? Clobber? I don't even know, but they fix shoes. Can't even think of the word. It's on the tip of my tongue. But they had every type of situation. They had a submarine area, or not they did have a submarine, but they had a scuba diving area where they showed like the scuba diver and all that. They had to have a scuba diver to go check underneath the bottom of the boat and stuff like that. So it was extremely interesting. We went on the submarine too, but the thing is my phone died right when we were getting off the ship. And so we went to the submarine after the ship, and no, you couldn't get that footage because my phone was dead and it was blistering hot, so I wasn't going to go charge it before we went on. But the submarine was super, super small. It was long. It looked like a ship. When you went outside, you could tell it was a submarine, but it also looked like a ship. So it was, the top of it looked just like a ship. We went in it and it was just so small in there. And they said between 20 and 30 guys would be staying on there at all the time. They lived on that little submarine. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would feel so sick. I would feel so scared. How about an implosion? Like, what the heck? You never know what could happen. It just felt super unreal. Even though it's real, it felt unreal. And when you walk through the submarine, you really have to pull your legs up to step over each doorway, because there's just these metal walls before you get into the next section, and all of the stuff had to be secured to the walls very well because you're in a submarine underwater, of course. And also on the ship too, more of the items in the submarine were contained on the walls much better than in the ship, because if you're in a submarine underwater, everything's gonna fall off the shelves and stuff if you don't have them secured. The craziest thing on the submarine that I saw was you have to walk through the only main bathroom, to get to the engine room. That's how you had to walk. You would walk right in on somebody pooping or peeing or whatever. There was no doors. There was no way to close off. You would walk right past somebody taking a shower. I was like, whoa, that is, crazy. That's just crazy. It's just crazy. That's all I can pinpoint at this point is it was just absolutely crazy. I would love it if you guys would go check out that full tour vlog. It's 40 minutes long, but it's so worth it. You get to see everything that we saw, and you get to also come along with us as we laugh, giggle, have fun, joke, learn things. It's just a blast. Even though it was a hot day, it was a beautiful day. And the video shows how pretty. The sky was blue. The sun was out. It was a nice day, as in looks. It was a beautiful day. The funniest part of the entire day for me, Braxton looked over the edge and he was like, oh, love, come over here and look. It looks real tropical. And I was like, oh, okay. So I come over there and look over the edge and I'm like, oh my gosh. My reaction was hilarious. What do you see down there? Oh, God. Shit. This looks horrible. This looks pretty damn nasty, if I do say so myself. But it was so disgusting. It's like the backwater sludge of Mobile Bay, like foamy. I do not know if there was trash in it at all. It just was gross and grody, and I just didn't like it. Like, I can't even believe I got that reaction on camera. So I'm gonna put the video up here. You guys y'all will love it. I think y'all will really laugh about it. I know I did. Yeah, so that's the video. And it was just a really funny moment. Yeah, we just had a blast. And we definitely are going to go back. We're going to go back definitely in the fall or winter. Never again will we do the hottest day of the year at the battleship. No matter what, it was worth it. You also get to see, you know, airplanes, aviation stuff in their hangar out there. So it's just a good old time. You can see stuff out on the line. They got helicopters, they got tanks, and I have some footage of that on there. So go check it out. I will put the link in the description below. And I'm going to also have some pictures flashing up as I'm speaking, I'm sure. So we got to do that, and I'm super, super stoked that we got to do that. Another thing I've been doing the past few days is I've watched Fun and Fancy Free. Me and Goldie talked about this on the podcast like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Maybe it was last week. I can't even remember. But I watched Fun and Fancy Free. And I also started watching Fantasia. I haven't finished it yet, but these are all like 1930s, 40s Disney movies. I'm not a huge Disney fan, but I watched those as kids, and I wanted to rewatch it because I didn't realize, like, at the beginning of Fantasia, it says there's some inappropriate content, I guess for the new woke culture, like cancel culture. They have to put that on there now because there's like offensive content, you know. And I don't know what's offensive yet because I really haven't, like, I've watched, I think 30 minutes of it and it hasn't seemed offensive yet. I don't know if it's racism, political. I would think it probably has something to do with like race or ethnicity or I don't know what it could be. I'm trying to think. But I mean, I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I'm gonna let you guys know what I think after the fact. And then I watched Fun and Fancy Free, and I actually really enjoyed it. The songs got stuck in my head. But Goldie was telling me how it was like a little bear falling in love with another bear, and his name was Bongo, and I'll remember that. And he was like, Bongo, 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 Bongo the bear. And so that was like nostalgic, super nostalgic. But then we got to the other part, and I thought it was Jack and the Beanstalk, but it's not Jack and the Beanstalk. It's like a weird, different story. I thought it was Jack and the Beanstalk. Like, I was dead on, like, that's what that's what I watched. And then I start watching, I'm like, oh, this is different. The guy who lived in the castle that they went to on this beanstalk. I think it was a beanstalk, but it wasn't anything to do with Jack and the Beanstalk. Like, Mickey went up there on the beanstalk, up the beanstalk to this castle. But the guy that, or was it Mickey? I can't even remember now. Even though I just watched it. The guy that they're depicting in the castle, he's like, I think they're depicting him as like maybe the king or something. I'm not sure. But they're also, I think, depicting him as handicapped. And so that was kind of odd. Like, he seems maybe autistic or something like that. And definitely overweight. And not very smart. And so that was strange. It was just really strange to me in that part. But the Fun and like at the beginning of Fun and Fancy Free is super sweet. Like, I love it. They're two little bears, Bongo. He meets this other beautiful little bear in the forest, and they fall in love, and they have some trials and tribulations, but they make it through. And so that was really, really sweet. And I'm actually glad I actually watched those two. I haven't finished Fantasia, but I'm glad that I'm watching those. And I think I might go back and just probably just rewatch some other things like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, things like from my day and age that I haven't watched in years, and who knows what I'll, see that I didn't see as a kid, because they're always saying, oh, this was what was really going on in this movie, or this animated show was depicting actually this or something, and I'm like, oh, I want to rewatch and kind of get my own opinion, Oh, my straw isn't all the way in the water. It made a loud noise. Oh, goodness, now it's too far down and I can't get it to come out. With the Capri Suns, you all of a sudden have to start pulling your straw down so far that you're having to suck on the dang bag. What the heck? I'm just sucking over here on my Capri Sun bag. Okay, well, I have a couple thoughts of the week and then I'll get out of here. My first thought is, when you go through a drive-thru, and this just came to me, I've never heard this question. I've never heard anybody even talk about it. But when you go through the drive-thru, and you might have, your significant other, your partner, your friend, whoever you're with in the driver's seat, or you might have a whole full packed load car full of family, friends, whoever. I don't know. But you could have bad people in the car. I don't know. I don't know who you're carrying around. You could have dogs, cats. I don't know. But when you go through the drive-thru, like I was watching a mukbang, and there was two people ordering food through the drive-thru, and it's like, the girl's like, oh, I want this, and the guy's like, oh, I want this, and they're ordering, through the window, you kind of yell over each other to tell the people what you want. And so I thought, I've never been like a fast food worker or nothing like that, and I don't know how those people feel when they're taking your order, because they can't see you, they can only hear you. And I think I would be stressing out if there was 2 or 3 or even a whole truckload of people talking over each other, telling people what they wanted. I'd be like, okay, you want a burger, you want a fry, you want a shake? Oh, the girl in the back, Betty, she wants an apple pie? Okay. And then, how about if they're just talking amongst themselves and they haven't really decided yet, and you're thinking they've decided, and you ring it up. I mean, I guess that's why they call it back out to you, but I think I would be so stressed, and I think that if I even, it's like, I feel like now I should be more cautious when I order at the fast food restaurant through the drive-thru, because those people might be stressed out if 2 people are talking. That's why I'm always like, okay, Braxton, what do you want before I get up there? So I know, and then I can just say our whole order, oh, we're going to have this, 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 and be done with it, so they can only hear one voice. Because I feel like I would be so stressed if I heard multiple voices. And then how about if you think, how about if one orders, and then the other one takes a minute, and then they order, and then you're like, is this 2 separate cars? What? How do they get it right? How do they get it straight? Is there a camera? Oh, is there a camera out there? Footage, or is there a camera getting footage of our car? And it's saying, okay, the one guy's ordering. Okay, now the next girl's ordering. And they're watching it. No, I doubt it. Or maybe there is. Who knows? I don't know. If you're a fast food worker, please sound off in the comments and tell us what you feel like when you're having to, intake the information of an order through headphones or however y'all do it, and hear it and not see the person or see the people or their faces or voices telling you what they want. I would be a panicked wreck. That's all I can say. And I'd probably be pissed off, and I'd probably be like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to get this. I want to get off the ordering ear. I want those ordering ears off my ears. I want to go make some fries. Be like, I can't handle this. Oh, I'm burping. My Capri Sun's making me burp. I'll be like, I can't handle this. And so I wanted to ask just y'all, comment and let me know. Do you think that those fast food employees are probably pissed off at us hating our freaking guts. That's why they don't care and don't check our bags and make sure we have all of the things. Because they're like, oh my gosh, I can't take it. And then like Chick-fil-A learned. They're like, oh, we aren't going to do this no more. We're going to have people lined up outside taking people's orders on a tablet. So Chick-fil-A totally changed the whole atmosphere of the drive-thru, and you don't even have to worry about talking to a box. You talk to a human every time you order at Chick-fil-A. If it's inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Unless it's online. That's what you gotta know. So let's be cautious of our ordering at the fast food restaurants, and let's try not to have everyone and their mama in the car say what they want. Let's try to get it together before you order, so the fast food employees won't hate us. Let's spread it. Let's start a movement on it. Justice will be served for the fast food employees. Let's help them out. Let's make it better. Make fast food better for yourself by being a simple orderer in the fast food drive-thru line. And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm pissed off at Twitter because I've always remembered Twitter as Twitter. No, Elon Musk decided to change it. Of course, his child's name is totally weird and nobody can ever say it. It's like robotic. I don't know. But now he changes Twitter to X. And it almost seems dirty. Like the app, when you look at the little picture for the app on your phone, it's just like a white X inside a black bubble. And the X is like, looks real proper. And so it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, is this like a dirty website? Like, ooh, like what's going on here? It's like, ooh, your X. So Twitter is our X and Threads is our new Twitter. And so I actually did make a Threads account. And I am actually excited kind of about it. I don't know if it's going to take off or not. I mean, I know people have already gotten on it. It's taking off, whatever. But I was getting mad at Twitter because there was too many ads in between all of everything. Also, I was always going on there for the news, but after Elon Musk, bought it, it seems like the whole news, searching, exploring, entertainment sections have changed, and I feel like they just changed. They just aren't the same. There used to be more pictures or more, updated. I know it's still updated, I'm sure, whatever. But I'm just not really loving how Elon Musk took that over and changed it. And I do not like this X thing. I still have a Twitter. I just don't have the app on my phone anymore. I actually deleted it because I have not been on it in so long. And I thought, I always do, I've done it on here. I've done tweets of the week or whatever where I read my tweets. But why don't I just post them on Threads? And I feel like Threads could be a whole new thing because I never had any of my friends on Instagram on Twitter. I didn't have friends on Twitter. You just follow, when Donald Trump was on there, you'd follow him, you'd follow all the politicians, all of the news websites and all this stuff. Companies. But, on Threads, which is right off from Instagram, all my Instagram people, now they're on Threads. So it's kind of cool. And I haven't had a big uptick of, Threads or, people even liking anything I just started it, and we'll see how it goes. I just kind of posted some funny little things that were recent off of my Twitter on there to start it off, and I think I have 30 followers on there. I don't even know. I don't know if it's going to take off. I did notice that on your Instagram, you can actually have it tagged as your your thread on your bio or above your bio. And I was like, that's kind of weird. But then I realized it's the number on It's the number of which, like, when you started Threads, the number per person, I guess. And so mine's like in the 6 millions. But I was like, that's pretty cool because I'm actually following people that have like hundreds of thousands of, followers and stuff. And they started like at 40 million or something. And I'm like, oh, I got in there a little early. I got in Threads early. I slid into those DMs quick. So that was kind of funny. I wanted to also update y'all on that. I have 2 podcasts that I have not posted on Spotify yet. And I know I'm a bad girl for it. And I'm going to post them. I'm going to try to do it today. But mainly we get all of our views on YouTube. I'm going to still post stuff on Spotify and all the other places that you can listen to podcasts. And I'm going to still keep doing it. Maybe not every single week you'll get one for Spotify and the listeners. You will always get one on YouTube. It's just a whole situation. Like, I can edit videos way better and edit everything, but like with editing actual sounds is extremely hard. And I'm going to get there one day where I'm going to be able to post every single one on Spotify. But, and then the other day, we hit it, and we thought we were recording, and we weren't recording the whole time. So, yeah, so that week, we couldn't even have a Spotify podcast or anything, because we didn't have any sounds. We didn't have it recorded. We didn't record ourselves. All right, I showed you guys my kitties. I showed you guys Boy. I can't show you Molly, because she's being lazy and being over in the other chair, if I can even speak. And that's what's going down. That's what's up with Whatty. I told you guys what's up with Whatty. I told y'all what's up with Whatty. You have gotten the deets on what's up with Whatty. Like, I had a great weekend, and I'm so glad that I could share it with you guys. Let's end this podcast off with some music from Will to Power, Half.Cool. What's up with Whatty? I'll be back next week. Maybe Goldie will be here. Maybe she won't. I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye, you guys. Have a great week. Bye, bye, bye.